Hey, what's going on everybody? Coach Brandon here. Today I wanted to go over foam rolling, what exactly it is, why we should be doing it before and after our workouts, and the benefits from foam rolling. Now, all of our muscles are surrounded by what's called fascia, and fascia can become unhealthy through repetitive movements, either through exercise or any daily activities that we might be involved in. Now, foam rolling is what's going to keep your fascia healthy by getting oxygenated blood through it. That's going to get rid of any tightness, soreness, stiffness that you might have. It'll increase your flexibility, your mobility, range of motion, and overall it's going to speed up your recovery process. Now, when we're foam rolling, we must do it for at least 5 to 10 minutes to get the best out of it. Now, today I'm going to be going over how to foam roll overactive muscles that are in our legs. When it comes to foam rolling your calf, you'll need to start in a seated position with the foam roller right underneath the area that you want to roll. Now, I typically start lower and work my way up. So what I'm going to target first is my lower calf muscle. So I'll start with the foam roller on my lower calf muscle. My hands are gonna go right next to my hips, and my opposite leg can be on the outside of that foam roller. As I lift my hips up, I will move back and forth, targeting that area on my calf. And if I can apply more pressure, what I'm going to do is stack my outside leg right on top of the leg that is on the foam roller, and same thing applies. I'll lift my hips up and I will roll that lower calf muscle until I feel relief. Now, if I want to target a different area in my calf, what I'll do is I'll stop, lift my leg up a little bit, slide the foam roller a little bit higher. That way I can get the upper portion of my calf. Same thing applies here. So I can put my opposite leg up if I want more pressure, and then I will roll back and forth. Now, if you ever come across a tender spot in your calf muscle or any other muscle that you're rolling, what you can do is you can stop right there and you can just hold it. And then once you hold it, you're going to want to hold it until you feel relief in that area. You can also wave that area from side to side until you feel relief as well. Once you feel relief, then you're going to just continue foam rolling that area there. Next, I will be targeting my hamstrings, which is on the back side of the upper portion of my legs. So what I'm gonna do is start above the knee on the back side of the leg, lift my hips up, slide back and forth. If I would like to add more pressure, I'll stack my opposite leg. And if I need to move the foam roller a little bit higher on my hamstring, then I'll stop, lift my leg up, slide it up a little bit higher. That way I can target, the upper portion of my hamstring. And then same thing here, lift the hips, stack the opposite leg for more pressure. If I do feel a tight knot or a trigger point, I will stop there, hold it for a second. If I need to, I can also wave that area from side to side until I feel relief. Once you feel relief, you can go back to foam rolling back and forth there. The next area I'll be foam rolling will be my quads, which is on the front side of the upper portion of my leg. Now for this one, you'll need to be face down on the mats actually, and with the foam roller on the upper portion of your leg. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get in a low plank position with my opposite toe on the mat. That way I can rock back and forth there using my shoulders as a pivot point. Now, when I'm foam rolling and I feel tightness part in my quad, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hold it right there. If I want to, I can also stack my opposite leg on top of the other, and I can also roll it like that. Once I feel relief in that area, then I will start rolling back and forth again. And when you're rolling, the main thing is breathing and relaxing your muscle as much as possible. Next, I will be foam rolling the IT band, which is located on the outside of our upper leg. So what I'm going to do is get into a side plank position with the foam roller on the lower part of my IT band, and then my opposite leg will be in front of that leg. What I'll do is I'll straighten the leg out that is on top of the foam roller, and from here, I will just rock back and forth here, using my leg as a guide and using my shoulder as a guide to roll back and forth. Now, once I get that area of my lower IT band, I can stop, lift that leg, slide it up a little bit higher, and that way I'm switching zones of that area that I want to roll. Now if I want to add a little bit more pressure, what I'm going to do is stack this leg on top of the other. That way all that pressure from this leg is now on this leg, putting a little bit more pressure down on the foam roller there. Now what I'll do from here is use both hands as a guide, and I will just roll back and forth there. Now you want to go from the knee up to the hip. So just above the knee, all the way up to the hip, rocking back and forth there. But just remember to switch zones as you work your way up. Now we're gonna focus on our glutes. Now what I'm gonna do is sit on top of the foam roller. I'm gonna shift my weight to one side of my butt, and I'm gonna post that arm on the side that I'm going to roll right behind me there. I'll have my feet just out in front, and I'll just kind of use my feet to help guide me back and forth there. So I'm just gonna roll back and forth on one section of my glute. If I need to, I will stop, move it up a little bit higher so I can get a little bit higher up in that area there. If I want more pressure, I'll take that outside leg, stack it on over, and that'll put a little bit more pressure on that glute. So try to keep it as relaxed as possible there. Now if I find a part that is a little bit more tender, I'm gonna stop, hold it right there for a split second. Once I feel relief, then I can continue to roll that area. Once that side is done, you'll do the same thing on the other side there. Now I hope that helped you understand the importance of foam rolling and why we should be doing it before and after sessions for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now when you're first starting out foam rolling, you should start with a foam roller that has a little bit more cushion to it when you squeeze it. Now when you're more consistent, your muscles will adapt to the pressure that's being applied to it, and then you'll be able to move to a foam roller that is a lot more dense and can apply a lot more pressure to those areas that you are targeting. If you have any questions about foam rolling, be sure to ask a coach before or after your next session.